let's talk about the pettiness of professional wrestling and the weekly mission to devalue and bury Lana. All right.
Actually, Disco, before you say that, can I just interrupt you because I know you're about to get on SmackDown. You want to know where the real disgusting burial is going down?
Oh, I'm sorry. When Lana was on Raw, right? I don't want to get with that. I'm sorry. I accidentally was reading the wrong thing here. I was reading the Raw thing.
So here's the real disgusting burial. They paid thousands of dollars out of their own money to send Lars Sullivan to counseling to overcome his performance nerves. Then they sent him to sensitivity training when stuff came up with his social media. So he's been to like real counseling in situations. What do they do on TV? They rib him put him in a counseling situation as a rib to make talk about counseling, and then they talk about him being bullied because his gay porn came out on the internet and he probably was bullied. That is more, I think now, I know the Lana stuff is really bad because of she's getting that because of what her husband's gone to AEW. But for me, that is a little bit more disturbing because the guy really has psychological problems and they're ribbing him by sitting him on a psychiatrist chair on SmackDown. If you're telling me that's not a rib, then I don't know anything about this business. But I think they are legit ribbing Lars Sullivan in those
segments. Does sound too much like a coincidence, and I've always said this. That's the thing about wrestling being petty. We go back to, for example, let's say that I'm sure a show that Vince probably saw a lot, King of Queens. Remember that one? Mm-hmm. Imagine if Kevin James...
I love that show. I got that here as well.
That's a great show. So imagine if Kevin James got caught somewhere with a transvestite or something, and then just to rib him on the show, they have a scene where he's with a transvestite. It's like, they wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But wrestling does do that. Yep. And I was looking at this, and I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking, are they trying to bury this guy? What do they get out of that? This guy has real mental issues, and, he's saying he hates bullies. I've been bullied my whole life. Now I'm bullying people. And that's kind of an ironic push of a bullying backstory for someone who had made like racist and homophobic comments online. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? No, I'll be honest with you.
I'd like to say one pet peeve, and his also constant over the top breathing so hard, I felt like I was losing air. I mean, it was just like, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
I'll be honest with you. I don't mind it.
Right.
I don't mind it because he's actually done. They're giving him these.
He's good in his character, but
he's coming across as as a believable looking. I mean, he's killing guys out there too.
But is he supposed to be a baby face? Because he almost
he's not. He's absolutely not a baby face.
They kind of try to get sympathy on him a little bit when he says,
"No." He's the serial killer that's blaming everything on everybody else. That's the character. He's talking about all the kids that bullied him growing up, and it's their fault. And now he's taking it out of the world. It's decent. He's a decent sized guy, so we'll see. We're in the embryonic stages of his push.
I would also like to say that his breathing was so loud that he'd give Kendrick Perkins of ESPN a run for his money. And if you know what that is, you would pop.